Hello guys, I hope you all are doing fine. In today's lecture, we will be discussing the concept of polymorphism. In object-oriented programming is polymorphism. There are many polymorphism. One is function overloading, and one is operator overloading. So in this video, I will just take up the concept of function overloading, and in the next video, we'll be taking up the concept of operator overloading. If you have to understand function overloading till the end, I would advise everyone to watch the video till the end, because there are some misconceptions that will be cleared in the particular video. So I just start with function overloading, and with a certain technical definition. If I want to term function overloading in layman's language, it is that the same function name performing various different tasks, like means the same function name and different tasks. If in layman language, if I have to find the area, so area can be found out of a square, can be found of a rectangle, can be found of triangle. So it's all some different forms of a particular same function name. So same function name area is used, and again it has various terminologies with square, rectangle, and triangle. Means the same name of function performing different tasks. So if different tasks are there, so it means the area of square will be a different task, area of rectangle and triangle will be of different task. So in layman language, the same function name performing various different tasks, right? So if I talk about as a programmer, how will I basically define function overloading? The definition of function overloading is, function overloading definition is, in a program, if same function name is used with different signature, obviously means different function definitions also. This is known as function overloading. Same function name, different function signature, or obviously different function definitions. Now it means how many functions will be used. Obviously if we are basically using 3 function definitions, so it means 3 functions are used, but they are performing various different tasks altogether. So let's see how we basically make the program. So I said a particular thing with same function name and different signature. Now what do you mean by different signature? Signature means that the same function name is used. Let's say I'm using the function name sum, right? So one function definition is that I have put up no argument inside it, right? Now, what do you mean by different function signature? Signature is actually defined by 2 important things: data type of arguments. So whatever the data type of arguments we are using, and number of arguments. Now, how will I basically represent function overloading? I have written sum without any arguments. I'm writing sum. I'm using 2 arguments, int x, int y. So how many arguments we have used? 2. How many arguments we have used over here? Null. So we have 2 arguments here, we have null arguments here. Yes, the number of arguments matter. Yes, they have different function signature, right? So over here we have 0 arguments, over here we have 2 arguments, and we have to check whether data type of argument or number of arguments condition is satisfied. Yes, number of arguments condition is satisfied. It is clearly a case of your function signature. Now, but what if I write some int x float y? Now, will it be a part of a function definition, function signature or function overloading? Yes, it will be. Why? Because over here there is no argument. Over here there are 2 arguments. Over here there are also 2 arguments, int x and float y. But I have to check whether their data type is different or not. Yes, int x are same. But over here, second argument we have, one is float and one is integer. So it means there is a different data type we have used. So clearly an example of function overloading. Why? Because data type of arguments condition must be satisfied. Yes, it is satisfied even though the number of arguments are same. So we have to make sure that these one of the conditions should satisfy. In first 2, if I'm considering this example, and this example, if I'm considering AB, so the condition of number of arguments was satisfied. So that's why we said A and B are function overloading. But now if I have to check A comma B comma C whether these all are function overloading, so we can clearly say yes. Why? Because A and B are having different arguments. So that is condition satisfied. Even B and C, the arguments are same, but their data type is different. Why? Because int y and float y are written, right? So this is a case of function overloading. So this can be demonstrated in Dave C++. So I'll be like demonstrating the same thing on Dave C++. Just a minute. Yeah. So we have written this particular terminology. Now, guys, there is one thing I would like to tell you that I write in your notes also. If we are using function definition above main. Above main means that in main your function call is written, and if you are using above main, it means there is no requirement of function call. There is no requirement of actually function declaration, not function call. Function call is very much required. Why? Because that is called inside the main, and function cannot be called without a function call. So there are 3 parts of function. One is function declaration. It is also known as function prototype. This is first. Second is function call. This is something which is written inside main. Third is function definition. It is always written outside main. So this statement is not required if we are using function definition over the main. So this is very important part, and please note it, right? So I am moving towards my implementation. So I'm using this particular part over the main. I'm writing void sum. I'm writing int x comma int y, right? And I am performing the sum of x plus y. I'm just writing cout. I am into integer arguments. Right? this is first thing. If I am using the same thing with the float, I am in one integer and one float arguments. Fine. So this is your second. Again, guys, their data, see clearly, both are function overloading examples. Why? Because one is integer, and second is float. Number of arguments may be same, but data type of argument matters. And one is void sum. I'm just not putting any argument inside it. See out. I'm writing no argument. I'm putting handle. Fine. And this is we have done, and I'm just going to call them. So first function, if I call without any argument, this is a no argument function. Function call, right? If I have to call 2 comma 3.5, this is int comma float. And if I'm just calling 2 comma 6, this is both integer calls. So this is a program that I have written and share it with you in description box. So if I execute this particular part, so it is clearly saying that sum to 3.5 is ambiguous. So I just have to put, instead of float, I can put double also. It's up to me. Again, the different data types are there as per, because this is the compiler which is running some particular parts. So just see, guys, why I got, see, it depends upon compiler to compiler, by the way. But again, we have two number of arguments with one int and one float, and one int and with one double. So one int with one int, and one int and one double. So again, clearly you can see that the moment I called this function, just see, yeah, just see. Initially we have called sum, so sum did not have any argument. We went to the next line, then sum 2 comma 3.5, so which was with int and double, and it added 2 plus 3.5. So it is saying I am in one integer one float argument, and it added 2 plus 3.5, which is 5.5. And again we did the sum of 2 comma 6, which was two integer arguments. So it is clearly writing I am in two integer arguments, and the sum is total 8. So this is how your function overloading is done. Function overloading means same function name. The function name actually is same. What is the function name? Sum, and this sum. Then there are different things that we need to understand. The arguments that you are mentioning in the function, and same function name and different signature. Signature means that different number of arguments and different data type of argument. Obviously, we have used different data type of argument over here with int and double, and over here with int and int. Obviously, I can write double here also in comment section, right? So we have used int double over here. Even if the number of arguments were same, we have used different data types inside the function definition. This is also function overloading. Secondly, we haven't used any arguments in sum with no argument, so that was also a part of it. And I did not perform any task in sum. So it's not that if you have written a function name sum, so it should perform some task. So it's up to you, because you are the creator of program, and whatever you want to write, you can write. I hope this video is useful for clearing the doubts regarding the function overloading, which is first part of polymorphism. If you have any doubts, kindly post the doubts in comment section. So I'll be uploading this program in the description part as well. Kindly look at that, and kindly if there is any doubt, you can post it in comment section. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.